Call is being recorded.
All right, let's get it going. Listen, we're so glad to be here this day. It's great just to wake up and be able to celebrate any day, and every day's got to be a happy day. But we have CSO that just makes us happy. Listen, she brings about over 15 years in corporate America. She fired her boss, listen, at the age of 33 years of age. Who does that? Melissa Boston does that. Then brings about 30 years to the direct selling, jumped out of that and got out of retirement and jumped into the cannabis space, which was unlikely for her being the person that she was. And then for 18 months, took that company from $1,000 a month to $250,000 a month, and then decided, why don't I just do this myself? Because then I can control what's going on. I can make sure our people will be blessed. That's the kind of powerhouse she is. Started Wakana, went from Wakana to Akana, started out with cannabis and CBD products, and then that jumped into wellness because that's been her forte. That saved her life, literally, and then moved on into the flat belly lifestyle. And now we're saying one single phrase: do you know your blood type? Melissa Boston, are you out there?
Hey, Dr. Roz, I am out here, and oh my goodness, good morning, good morning, good morning. Waking up to a beautiful, just sunny day. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Hopefully, you have some great plans for in your for or your future because it's so nice out there. I'm like, wow, we've got to make sure we grab this up, girl. So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, got some special guests on the line today. So I'm gonna give you a few updates and get out the way because there's exciting things happening all across the coast. And I'm telling you what, here in Chicago, the team is fired up, okay? And so I'm going to kick this call off, as I always do. The meaning of Akana means in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright, but offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. And this Labor Day weekend, we are closing out our Black Business Month. And so the only thing that is still left on the table is that 15% discount. We know we ended the buy three, get one free last week. And so if you haven't had a chance to get your purchases in, just know the 15% will extend for the Labor Day weekend. In fact, it's going to close out tomorrow at midnight. So go ahead and get your purchases in. And remind your customers to do the exact same thing. Also, too, if you did not get your Black card, the next opportunity for you to do so will be the pre-sale that starts in October, okay? It's going to start around mid-October for the pre-sale, and then those will be available for ship middle of November. For those of you who already did get your order in, congratulations, because if you ordered yours out of state, those shipped. The only thing that didn't ship was the A/B blood type charts, but the good news is those are phenomenal and now correct. Okay, we had some challenges with those, so we had to get them redone, but we're super excited because we know for our A/B bloods on the line, and I heard quite a few A/B bloods on the line, and y'all know who y'all are, but you're going to be super impressed with your very special chart that you're going to have that not only has all the A/B on it, but on the back of it, it's going to give the full avoid list for every single blood type, guys. And so that is just exciting because we're already seeing the momentum that's coming just from that chart alone. If you haven't had a chance to see those, you really need to get with someone who's a Black card so you can really understand the value of what that alone is going to do to drive revenue to your business. It's going to help increase your numbers every month. And just imagine, I mean, it doesn't take a lot. I mean, what if you just go out and start pushing that and just think about the fact that as we go and we're on this run for the next 90 days and then 18 months and really for life, right? But it's going to be exciting because you're going to have the opportunity to put these in front of millions of people. And we know that every single human being in the world has what? Blood, okay? Here in America, there's 330 million people. And every single one of them, if you put this in front of them, I mean, they're going to love what they see. They're going to want to buy that. And guess what, guys? 1.5%, that's 5 million people. And just imagine what that can do for your business. And so we are just super fired up right now. I know yesterday we had a very exciting call. We called it out. We said 100 people, and guess what? We had 86 people. So, hey, we round that up. We're definitely, heading towards that 100 number. But those are the numbers we really want, guys. We want to start really promoting these calls because these calls, again, they can save someone's life. And so it's critical for us to get this information out. But we have to get fired up, right? We have to get excited. And that's really the purpose of those type of calls, to really go ahead and help you put your business in the right direction. Speaking of headed in the right direction, we have something else coming up this week that is so awesome. I want to see you in the building, okay? So there's a couple of big urgent updates. One of them is on Wednesday. If you want to put your people in front of the bioscan, make sure you tune in to the early session with our phenomenal Phyllis Nash. That's going to happen with Phyllis Mooney and the rest of the team. I know Avana, many of the leaders show up and show out during the day on Wednesday. And so that's going to be your big opportunity to put people in front of our normal Wednesday format, because the Wednesday evening meeting, we're actually going to shut that down because we're going to consolidate all the leaders on Thursday as we kick off, our push, for hitting 1.5% of the population. And we're on this 90-day run. And so we want everyone laser focused, headed in the right direction. And so on Thursday, we're calling out to every leader. If you're a leader within driving distance, what does that mean? Driving distance could be an hour away, 2 hours away, but we want to see you in the building. We want to see who's committed to helping us with this goal. We want to see who our next wave of diamonds are, because we see a lot of momentum. I mean, if you think that was great having 86 people on a call, think about what's going to happen. That's going to turn to hundreds. It's going to turn to thousands, because we're on a serious campaign and a serious mission. And again, we need to know who's in, okay? And if you're in, and if you're available on Thursday, we want you not only there, but we want you there with guests, okay? We want you to get those phone calls out, tell everyone put them on notice. They need to be there in the house on Thursday. And so here's what's at stake, guys. We have some special incentives because we really want to get you fired up. And so every person who brings at least 3 guests on Thursday will receive a special prize that night. You're going to be brought up in front of the room and awarded with a very special prize. And so we want every distributor to bring at least 3. But we have something very, very, very exciting to announce, okay? The person with the most guests. And now to qualify for this gift, guys, you must have at least 5 guests, right? But it's the person with the most that's going to take home this grand prize. And guess what the grand prize is? The grand prize is we're going to give you, let's say you've already purchased the black card. Well, guess what? You're getting another black card, okay? Yes, that means you're getting the name cards, the custom cards, for the blood types, all of that, guys. So the person with the most guests, you're going to get either an additional black card, or if you have not received yours yet, or perhaps didn't purchase it yet, you're going to get your very first black card, okay? And so this means what? We want to be laser focused. We want to show up and show out. We want to pack it out, because the number we called was 100. We want to see a minimum of 100 people in that building. And when we see 100 people in that building, guess what that means? That means we're going to do a mega meeting on September 26th. If you're not bringing 100 guys on September 26th, we can do the meeting right there at our own location, because we want to really make sure whatever we're promoting to, whenever we're elevating to the next level, you've honored that first commitment, guys. And so we want to get on the phones. We want to call everyone we know. We want to show up, show out. I want to see, okay, who wins this black card, because I know one of you on this line right now is going to win it. I mean, there's going to be people who didn't get on the call this morning. And guess what? Those aren't the people I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, okay? The people who dialed in, between the leaders, one of you are going to claim that. And guess what? We can put it out there. Let's say somebody from out of state promotes and brings 12 people. Well, they're going to win, okay? So don't let someone not even in Chicago win this contest. But I can see that happening, guys. And so we want to really make it our plan, make it our commitment to be there on Thursday. We will be Zooming in. So all the leaders across the coast, you're going to have an opportunity to be a part of this very special kickoff meeting as we kick off the race, okay, towards 1.5% of the population. That's 5 million people. Super, super exciting. A couple other things too that I wanted to put out there. Not only do we want to kick this off, guys, but I have some announcements as it relates to some of our corporate deliverables, okay? So our flat belly fuel is now formulated, and it is exciting because we really took the builder and took it to the next level. So the builder is phenomenal. You heard from Ernestine, Coach Ernestine, phenomenal, fitness guru, at 63 years young. I mean, she's competing against people half her age, and look at what she's doing. I mean, just making such a name for herself. I mean, really taking the brand to the next level. And so just imagine this flat belly fuel is really the flat belly builder improved, okay? So if we can improve it anymore, we wanted to do it. And so we knew there were some components we could do to that, whether it was adding some phenomenal fat to it. Yes, because we know we need to do what? Change our oil, okay? And so we added some phenomenal fat from something called sea buckthorn. And if you look at that, it's really a premium vegan source of fat because the flax seeds are good. There's things that are good, but in many people, when they have toxic livers, they don't always convert, it from what they call the ALA to the DHA, right? And so when you look at the science behind it, there's a lot of science behind this whole sea buckthorn. And so we're super excited that this has been infused with that, because not only are we delivering the #1 premium source of vegan fat, okay, the #1, okay, so you're going to get the omega-3, but you're also getting the omega-7, and that's critical when you think about people that are challenged with weight loss. A lot of times those nutrients don't get into the cell, but when we feed our cells properly, then guess what? The weight naturally comes off. When we feed our cells properly, we get benefits in so many areas of our body, and so we're super excited about this flat belly fuel because it also has the items in there that are necessary for us to do what? Also eliminate those parasites, okay? It's got that aronia berry. I mean, it's just next level, and we're super, super excited. And so here's the way it works, guys. We mentioned auto ship, and I know many of you have been gearing up because you know that auto ship kicks off this month here in September. And so what's exciting is the flat belly fuel. We have some other products too, like our gummies and tinctures. When you purchase them, you're going to now have the option of clicking you want it for auto ship, okay? So yes, flat belly fuel, you'll see it there in your back office already, so it's there, okay? Along with gummies and tinctures, those are products that you can actually start enrolling in auto ship right now. Super, super excited. The other thing too that I wanted to announce is our new blood type starter kits are also available. So we give you 2 options. We give you the #1 option that includes the blood type test, but the #2 option, it's available without the blood type test. And so that way your customer has both options. We know that working with our supplier on the blood type test kits have been a challenge, okay? Keeping enough of those in inventory. And so we don't want to slow you down because we know there's other options for you to get those blood type tests, right? And so you can keep it moving and just give them option 2, and that allows them to get everything else they need. And those are available when? Right now, okay? And starting on Wednesday, as early as Wednesday, people can start picking up their flat belly fuel, okay? We know that today is technically, a holiday, so really business starts tomorrow, but at the end of the day, we want to give the team a day just because, again, we know how it goes, coming back from the weekend, letting them get caught up. So if you're coming for pickups, the earliest we would ask you to come would be Wednesday for that flat belly fuel. And so, again, just super excited about all these things that are happening, guys. And so there's also one more thing that will show up in your back office, and that's the option where people can pick to enroll in the flat belly fuel, but do so receiving all the other benefits, whether they want the blood type test kit, they want the digital downloads, they need the comprehensive testing. And so that particular subscription, if they want to do the 109, that will show in there at some point today, but just know the flat belly fuel by itself on auto ship and purchasing it regularly where you're not on auto ship, both of those options are already there. They're already loaded, and you can take advantage of them right now, okay? So again, just super, super excited about that. And so what I want to do is, now that we've gotten some of just the basic things out the way, so what's going on, I want to bring up a couple of special guests, okay? And first, I'm going to bring up the leader, okay? This is the Diamond Leader here in Chicago, one of the Diamond Leaders here in Chicago, but he's leading such a fierce team. His team has really just been on fire. I mean, every time you see something happening, it's always associated with a lot of what his team is doing. So we are super proud of Diamond Mooney, okay, for leading the charge. I mean, just again, such a pace setter, really just helping to get it done. And when we think about this blood type campaign, and you think about the people that really helped us to narrow our focus and get excited about it, they came through his team, whether it was Mo, whether it was our awesome Margaret Dorsey. I mean, these leaders have been at the forefront, really identifying that is a way to really get to people and to scale this business in a big, big way. And so without any further ado, Willie Diamond Mooney, I know you're out there, so why don't you just kind of let them know a little bit about what's been happening. Your team is on fire, and then I know you're going to bring up one of your very special leaders that have just joined us at the Black Card level.
Yes, ma'am. Great morning, Melissa. It's awesome to be here this morning. I'm feeling amazed. I just thank you for all the resources and the opportunities that you constantly present before us to allow us to take advantage of. Let me say, our team is just so amazing. There's certainly momentum happening right now. I can start by thanking Margaret Dorsey, who laid out the play during our 420 conference, which was simply asking one question: do you know your blood type? And when she laid it out, the format of how to initially start exposing with the brochure, putting the insert page 4 from our ebook, and just, momentum, just putting it out there. I took on that challenge. By taking on that challenge, it exposed me to actually put myself in front of a new environment. And I took on the challenge by meeting, I already knew which who you've been talking about, William Morris. Y'all been hearing his name, Big Mo. Just seeing him in the grocery store and him sharing with me what he was looking for, just inviting him down to come and check us out. And we did an event together. It's Power in Events. Ran the same play, passed out a whole bunch of brochures. And during that event, we met, you met, and we didn't know who this young lady was. So through Mo came Kayada Cooks. Now, you had said that there was a young lady at that event, the Purple Party. Now, this was the second event, the Purple Party. And you tried to explain to me who she was, had no idea. I'm like, Melissa, I'm clueless. There was so many people at that event. I'd have no idea. But then all of a sudden, Mo came back to the dispensary and brought this young lady with him. And it just so happens to be a Kayada. And you was like, that's her. And we was like, oh my God, wow. Now, this blood type AB sticks out like, wow, just phenomenal. So took a little minute, not too long, but we can see clearly that she saw value in Akana. And she just took action. I mean, she shared what it was that she wanted. She was very persistent, not indecisive at all. She pretty much saw much value, and she decided to start with us with a Black Card membership. We went through Sales Academy training. She set out her goals, and she was so coachable. I pushed her a little bit, not much, but a little bit, because she walked into, the EE Center, Soul Massage, and it inspired her to want to do an event. So here comes another event. And man, let me tell you, I got to bring her up because she not only ran the play and did her event, went through Sales Academy training, and I think we did that in her first 3 days. And she had her event celebrating her 50th birthday. So I just want to bring her up. So, man, she is just amazing when it came to how coachable, how she worked with you, Melissa, how she worked with myself to just make her event spectacular. It was just awesome to be a part of that room. So If she's on the line, I want to bring up this superstar, Miss K. Are you there? Hit star to unmute. Are you there? Hit star to unmute and then unmute your phone. Hello? Well, let me tell you. Let me until she can come on. What time is it? Got about 8 minutes. Well, let me tell you. Miss K had about, what would you say, Melissa? About 8 to 10 guests.
Yes,
And
9 guests. Yeah, so you're right.
right, about 9 guests. And the energy in that room and the way she had her black card, right? She had everything in her package. And we just did a short presentation. But the people that she invited to the room, she invited her network. And based off of that simple presentation, her energy, her birthday, just running the play. I mean, I think she had about 3 7-day cleanses to go through the system. She was doing her own, she watched Crystal Robinson. Shout out to Crystal Robinson, who was also helping and showing how to do the blood type test. And they was just, everybody walked out of there knowing what their blood type is. We did a couple bio scans, but she started selling out of her box, out of that black card kit. They were taking those, I want to call them those 11 by 17 blood type cards. They were grabbing those, paying for those, selling her, and just to see her glow, and you all will see the pictures later, but just to see that she pulled it off. And when you look at that in less than 7 days from becoming a black card member, she pulled it off, and I was like, wow, phenomenal. And that's the way you bring in a birthday. So I was just so proud, honestly, Melissa, that, it's so many different moving parts. Shout out to the whole team. But, hey, it's September the 1st, and it starts the 90-day run. So shout out to Miss K. Happy birthday for just kicking off your business and doing that. Back to you, Melissa.
Wow. Yeah, you are so right. I mean, that was just an awesome party. And, it's always given us the insight we always know. And we always say, play the numbers right. And I remember when she called me, she said, hey, 25 people want to come. I said, hey, she said, I know that. She said, that's too much. I said, no, tell them all to come, because we know how it goes, right? Only some of the people are going to really show up. And that's what happened, right? But 9 people, and those 9 folks, guys, what really touched her heart, we asked the question of how many of you in here know your blood type? And only one person knew their blood type. And from there, it was game over, because every single one of them, like you said, not only did they purchase the basic stuff, but they Zelled her money for the product she had already bought in the black card. So she walked out of there not only selling 3 7-day cleanses on her website, okay? I know she's got 2 more coming, I think a 21-day and a 7-day, and that's just, again, website sales. But then from her own black card pack, they were selling her $55 each, and she was giving them the digital sheet for their blood type. She was giving them the blood type test and then the bitters. And I thought that was awesome, because she followed that exact same play when we think about our blood type starter kit. And that just shows you the potential of what you can achieve. And another thing that came out of it, guys, is sometimes we've heard about our blood type, but we're not sure. Like, maybe you've heard, maybe you're an O, maybe you're an A. Well, her very own daughter thought she was a blood type O. Okay, this is Kayeda's daughter, and that is literally her mini me. I mean, they are like 2 peas in a pod, right? And so I said, I said, now, Kayeda is really your mama. You're not an O, okay? Because if you know anything about the blood type science, guys, if you have an AB parent, right, an AB parent can't produce an O. When you think about it, I have people in my family where the kids are every blood type. In order for that to happen, the mom or dad has to be A's and B's. So that means one of them is an A, one of them is a B. A combination of an AB is the only combination that can create all 4 blood types: an O, an AB, an A, and a B. That's it. But outside of that, okay, you cannot be an O blood and give birth to an AB child. That's just science, guys. And that's what I love about the new blood type chart. It actually teaches you all of this, right? That's how I was able to identify what my father was, either an A or an AB, because my mom said, oh, in order for me to be an A child, my father had to be an A or an AB. And so she went home that night, finally had a chance to test her daughter, and she called me back. This was yesterday after the call. She's like, hey, I'm sorry. I had to click over because one of my clients was trying to place an order. So she had clicked over, but she said, guess what? My daughter is an AB. She says, my other friend just texted me. She's an AB. She said, it's about to be an AB showdown, this battle of the blood type. I said, so what does that mean? That means y'all want y'all's own booth, okay, at the battle of the blood type? She said, absolutely. So Bernadine Kirkland, all of our ABs out there. I know Denise Hill. I know Nadine Delnato. Just know you got some more AB tribe members who are ready to show up and show out for the battle of the blood types. And so all of y'all want to link up because it's about to be on and popping, guys. I am so excited, so fired up right now, so appreciative of everyone who really have grabbed onto this vision of really leading the team, in the exact same direction so we can build some massive, massive, massive momentum. I'm telling you what, September, it's going to be a phenomenal month. And I pray that each and every one of you participate in it with your team so that you can benefit from, like what Willie said, hey, we're already seeing the early signs of momentum, okay? And that is when the team is excited, the team is on fire, and everyone's moving in the same direction. And so speaking of the same direction, we have just a couple of minutes left. So I do want to shout out for the big event coming up also on September the 28th, okay? And that is the Battle of the Blood Types. So we had a chance to be with the leaders on Friday and just kind of lay down to them the vision of really what we see for this Battle of the Blood Types. You might have checked your inbox to see that, yes, this is a culinary showdown, okay? And it's super exciting because we have our phenomenal chefs who are going to be there in a special kitchen. We've already designated with the special person that's overseeing it that has all their food safety certificates, guys. And so 4 culinary stations, whether you're blood type A, B, O, or AB, each station features mouth-watering options, okay, designed to cater to your unique blood type. And so when you come to the door, you're going to have the option of buying tickets, and these tickets, you can redeem them at any of the 4 stations, okay? You're going to have an opportunity for you and your guests to taste the difference and learn how the right foods can nourish your body according to your blood type. It's going to be fun and educational. It's a day filled with entertainment. It's going to have cooking demos, expert insights, right, on how eating for your blood type can actually enhance your health and well-being. If they don't know their blood type, they're going to have the opportunity to learn because test kits are available. Also, testing options are available. If you're from out of state, no worries. Guess what? We're going to be zooming in some of the workshops. So from 12 to 2, that's mainly going to be the time when people are eating. They're grabbing up those tickets. From 2 to 4, people can still eat, but that's when the lectures start, the seminars start, the workshops. And so that's the portion that will be zoomed in for those of you who are out of state, guys. And so just, again, super excited about all of these phenomenal things that are happening. For those of you who are participating, there's also going to be options for you to win, okay? Some of the contests will be for the blood types that invite us the most guests. Because when guests come, if you're a blood type A and you're coming and you were invited by a blood type A, they get a blood type A ticket. They get a blood type B ticket, right? So every blood type will have their own so we can see how many of those tickets are floating around. So what blood types invited the most people, okay? And then also 2 most tickets redeemed. So that basically means who are they shopping with? The blood type booth that gets the most tickets, that's a contest as well. Most creative. Did you follow the rules, right? Those are just some of the different contests that we are going to showcase there at the Battle of the Blood Types. And so with that being said, make sure you check your email today. Go online. You can see a lot of the things that have happened overnight. So literally while you were sleeping, a lot of great enhancements. The auto ship phase has started. So we are on phase 1 with that, several more phases and things to update, but just super excited that yes, progress has been made. And so with that being said, hey, it's time for us to rebound with Akana.com. So let's make sure we tune in with our DJ, Dr. Roz. We also want to save our strands. That happens every Monday with our trichologist, Doris Mosley, our Diamond Factory. Wake up tomorrow so that you can learn how to take your business to the next level. And so with that being said, I want each and every one of you to have an Akana day. We're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.